There we go, we're recording. Okay, and cheers. Today I'm having a chat with three guys from Thrash Bandicoot, really new thrash metal band from Wollongong, a band that I've really been fucking enjoying. Their debut EP, the Milwaukee Cannibal album, which is fucking killer. I just thought I was going to have a chat with Matt, and I'm fucking got a nice surprise. I got all three of you guys. So did you just want to introduce yourselves and quickly just say who you are and about the band, a quick, who you are?
I'm Perko. I play lead guitar. Love Slayer.
Stuff. Yeah, I'm Dan. I do vocals and rhythm guitar. I love death and strapping young lad.
I'm Tim, and I play drums. I like a bit of everything. Thrash, death.
Yeah. Our incredibly death metal bassist is not here.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, well, it does definitely has that feel, that thrash death metal vibe, and that cover, man, it actually for me it has that Cannibal Corpse kind of feel, dude. The reminiscent of the old death metal albums with a bit of brutality, dude. Can I first ask how you guys formed?
Yeah, we used to be. Some of us were in an old band, and then we decided to make a better band, and then we got Tim, and we stuck together. Pretty much as this lineup for a good 3 years at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's about. Yeah, just good mates, and we stuck together. Haven't had any fuck-arounds or anything really.
Me, Daniel, and Jack, we were in an original band, and then that split up, and we got Tim, and we just, fucking let's make an actual metal band, and here we are. Better than the old band.
Yeah, man. So can I ask how you all kind of got into playing instruments and guitar and singing and that as well?
Yeah.
Start with Matt. Did you want to go first, Matt?
Oh.
Yeah, I started at 10, I think I was. I was mad into Akadaka, Angus Young was that god tier. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah, Dad's just like, oh, yeah, got your guitar lessons. Sweet as.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did lessons for a couple of years, just learning Metallica and Gunners, and ventured off into Slayer. It's got a bit heavier and
heavier.
Heavier and heavier. So Dad and your family was real supportive of you getting into guitar as well, eh?
Oh, bloody oath.
Yeah, because I've talked to a lot of guitarists lately, and it kind of seems like a lot of their father's music comes into it. A lot of the support from Dad has come as well, and the family at home has kind of built a lot of that musical influence.
Yeah, he raised me on Chisel and Akadaka, 70s Oz rock, all that good stuff.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian Boss from Chisel, he's the reason I got a Stratocaster. I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah! Is that that's what you're playing at the moment? A Stratocaster?
Yeah.
That's what. Yep.
Yeah.
What was your first guitar?
Oh shit! It was an acoustic. Yeah. It was a
Everyone is acoustic.
A nylon acoustic that my mum just grabbed off one of her mate's kids.
That's really cool.
10 or 11. Oh, it was a piece of shit. Had 5 strings on it. I tried somewhere. Electric. Bloody oath, man.
Yep. Daniel, how did you get into guitar? And was it guitar first and then vocals, or?
It's funny actually. When I was 8 years old, I got asked by a friend of my mum's if I wanted to learn music, and I originally started learning brass and started on what's a cornet, which is a similar thing to a trumpet. And when I was 10, I decided I wanted to learn how to play guitar. But because I'd already been learning for 2 years how to hear notes, play notes, read music, I was already way ahead of everyone else in the fucking class. So after a year of doing that, I stopped taking lessons, started playing myself. And I hadn't been in any bands seriously until I was 18, and I joined the first band of these guys as a singer. Because I turned up with guitar to learn guitar riffs, and I jumped on vocals for one song, and they said, do you want to do vocals and be the singer?
It's Caught in a Mosh.
It was too, yes, by Anthrax.
Yes, it was.
And since then, I started developing vocal technique, which I now have, which is much, much better and heavier than it was when I started out in the Dirty Headbangers, which was like a kid thrash metal band, but it's evolved into this now being Thrash Bandicoot, and it's so much better than what it used to be, and it's going to keep being so much better. Having a lot of fun playing this really heavy shit, and now we finally got our fucking EP out. It's just going to keep going.
Yep, nice. Did you want to move over a little bit, Tim?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure. So there we go. Move in a little bit closer, guys, just for the camera, just so we can see you. Legend. There we go, bro. I can just see you had half your head in the camera before, so I thought, no, we better get him in there. It's not nice. Usually the drummer gets missed out in the back there too with the photography. I notice a lot as well. Can I ask how you got into it, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I started with I met
Faith.
I had a Faith plus one. Yeah, no, I started playing actually at my church, oddly enough. I had the drummer that usually plays there. He's the one that like sort of brought me in. He was into like all like, you know, rock, like Led Zeppelin and all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, I guess I just kind of learnt from him for a while. I started in year 7.
Yep.
Yeah, just, you know, kept playing.
Took it from church beats to metal beats.
Pretty
Took
much,
it from
yeah.
church beats to metal beats, dude. Wouldn't the church love it if Thrash Bandicoot come in and it was Sunday and thrashed out some Milwaukee Cannibal?
Oh, mate. It's a burn on the grass.
What you've come to now, man, from being where you were, like you weren't the biggest thrash metal fan when we first met you, but dude, you fucking escalated heaps now, and you're heaps into thrash metal now.
I've honestly learnt a lot from these guys.
It's just adapted into the sound and genuinely embracing it and having a
Thrash metal is strong in Australia at the moment, guys, and you know there are some unreal thrash metal bands, you know, like yourselves coming through. But there have been some great thrash metal bands like what I'm wearing now, Wartooth, Hidden Intent. There's just so many great. Truth Corroded is a hugely underrated Australian thrash metal band.
There's so many of them going around right now that are doing so many good things, like Mason and King Parrot, obviously. We could shout out to at least another 8 bands. I'm so proud of the scene that's going on right now and how big it's actually getting. I had a feeling when I was still in high school, metal was dying off, and it's fucking been proven wrong. It's going really strong.
Yeah, well, I had a chat with Brendan from Snorlax and Consumed and Descent about a month or so ago, and we were talking about this, that the underground scene in Australia is really huge, and we have some amazing quality bands here, but unless you've got your finger on the pulse and you're really a part of it, then you're a part of it. But if you're not, you don't notice how much quality is in the underground scene. For me, I'm overloaded with it, and I have to talk about you guys though. With Thrash Bandicoot, I have to say, you guys, I got into you guys when I first heard your name before I'd even heard your music. I'm like, fuck, I've got to hear these guys, Thrash Bandicoot. And I think that kind of comes in part to being a massive Crash Bandicoot fan as a kid. Can I ask how you guys got the name?
Yeah, that's what happened, actually. We were playing Crash Team and listening to a bit of Megadeth. No worries.
Yeah,
man. Just to call it that, like it was nothing else that really fit, and we named ourselves that not as a joke, but as we couldn't just be an unnamed band for a gig, so we said that, and then a few weeks later we just kept it, and people really like it, and we got comfortable with it, so we just kept it.
Pretty Aussie thrash.
It's a fucking awesome. It's a really awesome name. It is really cool name. It actually grabs you straight away. You know you're going to get some thrash metal. You don't have to go, okay, and this is Thrash Bandicoot. They're going to play thrash metal. It's pretty fucking obvious that he's going to be ripping out some thrash metal, dude.
Give it to him.
Exactly. So I want to talk about your Milwaukee Cannibal album. That's your debut EP, which recently came out. Was that this month or last month? I think it was this month. Last month, wasn't it?
It was very early off in the year. I think it was the 6th of January.
6th of January. Yeah. Okay. Can I ask first? Can I ask how you approached the songwriting, and then we'll go from there and talk about it from there.
Songs had been written for a while already, and we just never had a medium to really put them out at this point, or a reliable person to work with to the quality of what we wanted to get out. Pretty much, you just had to fit all the pieces together as the artwork, the songs, how long they are, getting the scratches, and finding someone to work with. So once we found
songwriting, that kind of like typical thrash metal stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You just can't find the notes that work. I don't know, man.
Just making riffs and putting it together, and
it's all about the riffs.
What you're feeling at the time. You just, if it works and it's heavy, then you put it into thought, and then you create it, and then it's a song, and it just happens to be something that was original, that came from you, and if it's genuine and honest, then it'll have a better reflection than you just trying to wing it or fake it.
Exactly, and it fucking shreds, man. Like, I love the fucking guitar. It really shreds, dude. It is a fucking awesome. Yeah,
and just like putting it together, you know. Yeah, not seeing what happens.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, did you lay down? How did you make the album? Music composition wise, did you start with laying down a sick fucking riff and go from there, or how'd you work on this?
So 2 of the songs are from Dirty Headbangers days, but just more metal.
Just taking the good parts out, reworked them, and made it a lot heavier because you don't want to leave behind good or decent enough riffs, and then you got some new riffs experiences that happen.
At the very start, we're just like playing riffs, you know, and then it just there's got to be a lot of fuck ups before it comes good, you know. You just learn the fuck ups. You start making better riffs, and you start learning how to perform live and how to start existing as a band and working together and all that shit.
Yeah,
that's it took us a while to put the EP up, so I think we had the songs written for about 2 or 3 years. So I'll just get that time, refine it, you know, to know exactly how we wanted it to be. I can still remember the early process of writing the title track Milwaukee Cannibal in my bedroom with Perko, just guitar, then following with the lyrics. But what it's turned into now is much heavier than when we started. Oh yes, much heavier.
It's a cool track.
And shit, and I'm just like.
And when you're in the studio, it's a completely different experience to when you're in your bedroom or when you're playing live. You need to nail everything and have faith and let go a little bit and not sort of trust everything's going to be okay with it, not be so picky about your thing and everyone else is doing their thing as well.
And having someone there to just kind of guide you and
someone
just tell you that
experienced, that knows what they're doing.
And someone who produced it. Where'd you produce and record the album? Who produced it for you? Where'd you record it?
Matt Clark at West Ryde.
Yeah, West Ryde
in Sydney.
In this home recording studio, it was a very neat little setup. Very sick. We knocked it out over about 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that. 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, yeah. And just layering and tracking. We did the drums over at Main Street, closer to home in Ferry Meadow. But everything was recorded in his house. Vocals, bass, guitars. And he mixed everything.
Go chuck him a like because he's fucking sick.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He's going to keep doing awesome things on the scene. But we're very happy with what he's done for us, and I think he had a good experience working with us as well, and we're definitely going to keep him on the cards to doing it again.
He didn't try to stop.
He wanted the best out of us, and we tried to give him the best that we could.
Yeah, it is a really fucking great album, and you guys, it would have helped, I suppose, because as you said, you've been playing these tracks for a while, playing around with them. Was it good to have that live feedback as well before, like working into the studio, or?
Of course, it's good to hear from fans and attendants as what they thought of the shows, but obviously, you know within yourself if you fucked up or if you was good enough or what you want to do, because this is the reason why you practice, to get good at it enough, so when you do it live, you're going to do it really fucking well. Yeah. So you just pretty much, you'll know if you fucked up and you'll feel your own judgment at the end of it, as opposed to someone telling you what they thought. Like, that still matters, but it really matters how you feel about it.
We are our own harshest critics, aren't we?
Yep. Right.
I hate the sound of my own voice. I can't even listen to myself most of the time. I just want to punch myself in the nose, eh? So, I think we're harder on ourselves than other people are, that's for sure.
Oh, everyone is. Sure. Yep.
Yeah, playing in the studio was so much better than live because we got to refine the riffs.
We got to hear back we were trying to get out of the sound we were playing.
And then you realise it was shit, and then you rewrite it.
We changed 2 things just to make it tight, because you learn things in the studio, that little tips and tricks, and if you have to change something, then as long as it works and you're comfortable with it, then do it. If it's going to make the product better, then
it's helpful having someone tell you that it's shit.
Yep,
100%.
Yeah, a good producer, like he's saying, someone who knows what they're doing, working in the studio and going, hey guys, this isn't right. And not doing it in a nasty way, just because they're professional, they've done it for so long, going, hey, this isn't going to work for you guys, let's try this. So
even being suggestive of, like, what if we tried it like this? And 1 or 2 things happened to work, because it just made the songs punchier and tighter and heavier and more together, as opposed to us not necessarily realizing that aspect until someone brought it to the light of day. And then when they do, if you're okay with it, then it's like, fuck, that sounds really good now. And what we've got out, so yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. The Milwaukee Cannibal, so for people who don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer?
He made the cover.
He did make the cover. Who done your artwork?
Okay, that was a funny story. I messaged a artist on Facebook to do
Some
a
bloke from Thailand.
death metal artwork who I assume was in Australia. No, he's on the other side of the earth in Thailand. His name is Iko Grafniato, and he made our artwork over the course of like 3 months of constant. Here's the idea. He'd show us his interpretation of it. Then I'd give him a bit of back and forth of what we need to be refining. And when he came out with this in the end, we were blown away because it was already good. And then he took it to the next level, just adding all these detail and actually giving us like cropped versions and all this other useful shit for making it into physicals and shirts. And we were really happy with what he did. He was
really
easy to work with because we never met him in person. But no, he was
He's just some teenager from Thailand, I think.
He would have been some kid in his 20s, just an artist with an iPad, and he drew all that for us.
That's really cool, man.
And
awesome.
Credit him for it. And if I ever get to meet him in person, I'm gonna give him so much merch.
Chuck him a CD and tell him to crank it up there, man.
Oh yeah, dude. But no, he did that work and Matt did the recording, and we did all the instruments, and that's all really the credit for what the people that went into the artwork, all the fans and all the people that support us outside of that is also awesome because they'll come to the shows and they'll want to buy what we put out. So we want to keep that going as long as we keep doing good shows.
Love ya.
Exactly. Speaking of shows, you've got a show coming up this week, and I believe is it the Hamilton with Warrior Within?
Yes, it is. Yep. It's on the
quick last minute gig.
Darkness in Light tour.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yes.
Yep, got it right.
Yeah.
Whereabouts is Hamilton, dude?
I love the Hamo so much. You good turnout day.
Awesome.
No one, and there's 50 people there. That's sick. I love it.
That's it. So you got to get out this weekend, everyone, and grab some merch and some music off these guys, dude, and crank that really loud. And you've also, I was talking to Michael, and I've been checking out a few things because I'm covering the Moodoo Piri show. You guys are also playing the Metal United Down Under, the Wollongong leg as well.
Yes, we are. Excited as.
Yeah,
I love playing Metal United.
We jumped on a couple of good festivals this year, actually. I think they're just happy we finally got something out, and they're like, yep, go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Well, it's an amazing EP, dude, and it's really it's put your mark in the Australian thrash scene as another Australian thrash metal band to watch and coming through. The Australian thrash scene, as I said before, is amazingly strong, and it's really great to see guys like you coming through. As I was saying at the start of this all, I've been cranking a fair bit of thrash. Like this week, it's just been thrash for me. You guys come through. Like Michael's sent me an email about you guys, and it was really good to see that EP come out because I heard of you guys a while ago before you even brought anything out. And the name Thrash Bandicoot's what kind of grabbed me.
Yeah, it's not a bad name.
It's really cool. No worries. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate your time. Everyone, check out Thrash Bandicoot. Grab the Milwaukee Cannibal EP. Crank the fucking shit out of it. Thrash it loud. Where's the best place to grab that, guys, for you personally? Where's it? Bandcamps, yeah.
It'll be available on the top of the page.
Facebook. Get on Facebook.
Yeah, get on to Facebook. Show some support. Go to Bandcamp. Grab some merch. Grab the CD. Also, you can catch the guys this weekend at Hamilton as well, playing with Warrior Within on their tour. They're playing Metal United, Wollongong, the Illawarra Music Foundry, which there's Chud, Pestilent Doom, War Rages Within, Aussie, Sindustry, and Visualis. Is it? I say that one right? Yeah, cool, dude. And fuck, it's really cool. I look forward to seeing what you guys have got going in the future. And thank you so much for fucking making some time to have a chat with myself and Crannk. I really appreciate it, guys.
Any fucking time.
Thank you very much.
Cool, guys. Thank you very much. Thrash fucking Bandicoot.